Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Buckbeak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review, and this character review is going to be on Gold Mythic Cesar Martinez. And not only will I be going over this character review, but we're also going to go over the brand new event, Rise of the Survivors, and, you know, everything in the gray market as well. So, before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video. And I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe out there. I'm doing alright, I guess. I'm just a little sick. My throat is a little sore. Like, not like excruciating pain or nothing like that, but it's slightly sore. I think my best bet, it's probably allergies. It's around that time of year where people get all kinds of allergies. It can be, yeah, but luckily I think that's the only thing going on with me. So, other than that, I'm doing alright, and I'm staying safe, and let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into this, shall we? Cesar Martinez, Holiday Heroes. His trait is strong, his role is support, and his allegiance is a member of the Holiday Heroes. Now let's take a look at his stats. His attack stat is 39,686. His defense is 26,457. And his HP is 22,047. So let's take a look at his adrenaline rush. Battle Dance. The recharge rate is 55 AP, so a little bit faster than most gold mythics. All other teammates get camouflage and elusive for 2 turns. 2 random teammates heal for 50% of their max HP. Those teammates get 100% attack down resistance for the rest of combat. Okay, so, oh boy, I got some more thoughts on Martinez, but okay, right off the bat, Martinez's highest stat is attack, so like I'll get into what I think about him, but okay, so this is where the support role is coming into it, right? This is probably part of it. All other teammates will be getting camouflage and elusive for 2 turns. Yeah, that's pretty good. I actually like that, so yeah, that's not too terribly bad, but like, yeah, I'll get into what I think about Martinez, but all other teammates getting the camouflage and elusive, not bad, not terrible. It, depending on the situation you're facing, you could need it, so it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So I think that's a good aspect about Martinez. And then 2 random teammates are also going to be healing for 50% of their max HP, plus those teammates get 100% attack down resistance for the rest of combat. This can be both good and bad. The bad part about it is, what if that attack down resistance goes on like more defensive tunes instead of attack tunes, but if that attack down resistance goes on damage dealers, that's going to be really good. That's what I mean, like, we'll see. Yeah, I got some thoughts on Martinez, but nothing too crazy or nothing too special about his adrenaline rush, I'm not gonna lie. It's just okay. I mean, overall, it's okay. So, and then those two random enemies, I mean, not enemies, two random teammates healing, that's pretty good. That's going to be really good, honestly. So I would say overall, his adrenaline rush it's not bad. It's not spectacular or crazy or amazing. It's okay. It honestly is. So, let's take a look at his signature move. Martum? Okay. The initial cooldown is turn 1. 1 turn for the cooldown, that's actually pretty good. And number of uses unlimited. This fighter gets 40% Halo for 2 turns and deals 800% damage to an enemy. Deal damage to self equal to all bonus HP and 50% of max HP. If this fighter is in the front row, take all the bonus HP and 100% max HP as damage instead. Okay, so right now I'm automatically liking the signature move just a little bit better than the adrenaline rush. That is really rare to say, right? But this is going to be one of those cases where I truly believe the signature move is actually a lot better. Maybe not like a miles better, but it's definitely better than the adrenaline rush because he's getting Halo, which for 2 turns, that's going to be good. Plus, he's going to be dealing 800% damage to an enemy. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on down here that I'm not going to waste time getting into it, so he's definitely dealing 800% damage, which is really good to an enemy. That's going to be a lot of damage. Plus, he's dealing damage to self equal all bonus. It's all about bonus HP. But, if he's in the front row, he's going to take all the bonus HP and 100% max HP as damage instead. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the event just started, but overall, this is where the attack aspect of his attack being the higher stat comes in at, because I was like really confused, like, huh? Like, okay. So I'm not really going to spend a whole lot of time talking about it other than he's getting 40% Halo and he's dealing 800% damage. So I instantly like the signature move a lot better. I think it's a lot better in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at his mythic abilities. Cunning. When attacking or being attacked, 30% less likely to trigger enemy weapon effects and walker effects. Not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about that. Go ahead and level up Cunning. You're going to have to level up Cunning anyway because it's part of the submissions with the month-long event anyway. So, yeah. And plus, you'll get the most use out of him that way. Death Rally. When this fighter dies, 100% chance all damage and support role teammates recover from all negative status effects. Again, this is one that I'm probably going to go ahead and recommend leveling up because it goes more into the support aspect of Martinez. Plus, it's going to be a requirement for one of the submissions to level up during the event. So, you might as well with this character, if you can, that is, right? Because they don't love giving them trainers out. So, yeah. Death Rally is going to definitely help with the support aspect of Martinez. Post-mortem. When this fighter is revived, they get 200% attack for 2 turns. Again, I would go ahead and level this one up. Not only because I think it'll probably help him. Yeah, it'll help him because, like, I feel like it might help him. I don't know. Plus, the other reason, again, it's going to be a part of the submissions. All of his mythic abilities are going to be a part of the submissions, so you might as well go ahead and level all of them up if you can during the event, so you can get more of those machetes. So the fact that he's going to get attack, 200% attack for 2 turns when he's revived is going to be, I think is going to be, I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. It could help him, but it might not mean nothing. I don't know. Nobody really has him yet, you know what I mean? Inspiring Presence. At the start of each turn, all adjacent teammates heal 40% of their max HP for 2 turns. Again, this is in line with more, you know, of his support aspect of him, and plus, it's a requirement to go ahead, so, yeah, I mean, he's not exactly going to be a leader, but, like, if you were to somehow be curious enough to put him in the leader slot, every teammate would be healed, but if you put him on the front or back row on either side, at least 3 teammates should get healed if they need to be healed, which can be a good thing, so especially since it's for each turn. Plus, that'll kind of make him a little annoying, but he's not going to be the worst annoying toon out there, nah, but he'll be kind of annoying, but go ahead and level up all of the mythic abilities. They're going to be required for the submissions during the event anyway, so you might as well. If you can, for sure. So let's take a look at his specialist skill. Retribution 2. Oh boy, we haven't seen this in a long time. When this fighter is defeated, all of the fighter's surviving teammates will immediately receive 50% of their max AP. Yeah, Retribution, I don't know. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, to be honest. It's not like a game-changing specialist skill, not really. So it's like kind of, I don't know. I mean, it might work out okay to help out the other teammates, but I don't know. They could have done something better with him. I don't know. It's Retribution. I'm kind of meh on it. It's like whatever. I'm at the point in the game where, like, if I see a Retribution toon die, it doesn't really make a difference. Not really. Now, for a new player, it might make a whole world of difference, sure, but someone that's been playing a while, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. But who knows? Maybe Retribution 2 might be buggy. I don't know. We'll have to find out. So let's take a look at his weapon. Cesar Martinez's Savage sword. I'm just going to call it a sword. 40% attack, a huge bonus to AP when attacking, improved focus stun. When being attacked, a 60% chance to stun the enemy and gain focus for 2 turns. Improved 1535. Give 25% attack and 35 crit to this fighter and all adjacent teammates. So, remember when I said that I had more thoughts on Martinez? I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not excited for pulling Cesar Martinez. Just because he's all over the place. He is a mixed bag. Okay. The good aspects of him, I'll go ahead and say that now. one of the good aspects about Martinez is definitely the weapon, right? It's both good and kind of like, what are y'all doing, right? So, improved 1535 is really good. Really good. That's pretty good. Improved focus stun, again, that's really good. But you are putting that weapon on an attacking tune or a support tune that just their highest stat happens to be attack, which I don't. He's a mixed bag. He's got good things about him. He's got okay to mid things about him, to be honest. It just... So the weapon, I don't, if you wanted to... I really wouldn't do anything to mess with the weapon except go for 55% attack, right? That's what I would do. So one good thing about Martinez is the weapon and his signature move. Those are the two absolute best things about Martinez right off the bat, without a doubt. But then you have his specialist skill, which Retribution to me, and probably a lot of other veteran players, Retribution's not really going to make all that much of a difference. Not really. I don't know. He's a mixed bag. And then, again, the Adrenaline Rush is fine. It's okay, but they should have definitely made him a little bit more defensive. Because what it seems like at Scopely, it's like, oh man, we got this event coming up on May 5th, right? It's a Mexican holiday. They're like, oh shoot, we got this holiday coming up and we have to make an event tune, so let's just put a blindfold on and we're gonna each take a dart, and wherever the dart lands on, whatever picture, we're just gonna build that, like, without really thinking straight, right? We're just gonna, whatever we can throw at the wall and hope it sticks. That's what they done to this character, in my opinion. And they was probably a little drunk when they did it too. I don't know. Like, that's what it seems like to me. They all put a bunch of blindfolds on and played like a game of darts, except there's gonna be a series of pictures, and wherever their darts land on, they're gonna use those random ass ideas to make this character. That's what it seems like to me. I'm not excited about getting him, but I probably will go ahead and get him because he's gonna be a roadmap requirement in the next couple of weeks anyway, I'm sure. But I do like his look. I like the fact that he's got a sombrero and he's got that fancy looking sword, which I'm just going to call it a sword. So I'll get back to him. So we are officially done with the character review. Although, as you can see, we have Regina, and I wasn't planning on doing another character review, to be honest with you. But okay, let's get back to Cesar. So, for 400 sombreros, you can get Cesar Martinez. There you go. Now, for 1,700 sombreros, you can get one copy of Regina, which, let's take a quick look at her, right? Let's do it. Regina, Alexandria. Her trait is alert, her role is control, and her allegiance is a member of Alexandria. In fact, I think she was the leader of Alexandria in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. Her attack stat is 10,533. Her defense, 35,110. Her HP is 42,132. Okay, so she's pretty much going to be healing all teammates for 35% of their max HP, plus heal 15% and a 2-turn duration for tank and medic role teammates. She's also going to be taunting a line of enemies for 2 turns, and those enemies are going to be getting minus 15% attack for each medic and tank role teammates for 2 turns. Honestly, that's a lot better than Martinez's Adrenaline Rush. So, point is, she's going to be healing, she's going to be taunting, she's going to give out minus 15% attack. Great. Awesome. Let's move on. Helping Hand. Deal 30% of this fighter's current HP plus 20% for each control role enemy as damage to a line of enemies. This fighter and all adjacent teammates get Guardian Shield if on the team heal Alexandrian Spencer for 25% of his max HP for the rest of combat. Okay, so great. That's going to be another character. I wasn't aware that Spencer was a new character coming into the game. I mean, there's been Spencer characters in the game, but not this specific Spencer. That's new to me. So she's going to be dealing 30% of her current HP plus 20% for each control role enemy as damage to a line of enemies. Great. Plus, this fighter and all adjacent teammates are going to be getting Guardian Shields. That's going to be really nice. And obviously, if you are going to have Alexandria Spencer on the team, he's going to be healing for 25% of his max HP for the rest of combat. Okay, great. Liking the Adrenaline Rush and the signature move, they're both really good. Let's move on to the Mythic abilities. Precision, yep, go ahead and level it up. I'm not even going to read the description. Y'all already know. Go ahead and level it up. It's going to help out. Death Sentence. When being attacked, 100% chance the attacker gets crosshairs for 3 turns. Obviously, that's going to be a pain in the ass, and go ahead and level it up if you go for Regina. So, yeah. Go ahead and level that one up. Old Guard. All teammates get reduced attack damage taken by 50%. That's going to be really good. Go ahead and level that one up because it's only going to make, you going up against a Regina team even more frustrating than it probably is going to be. Forced Normalcy. At the start of each wave and turn, if any enemy has the day's status effect, 100% chance 2 random enemies get normalized for 2 turns. I would go ahead and level that one up. Why not? She's already going to be very frustrating by what's coming up, I think. So you might as well make her even more frustrating than she's already going to be. So all of her Mythic abilities are good. There isn't a bad one in my opinion. Now, let's take a look at her leader skill. All teammates get 40% HP and defense. Additionally, plus 10% HP for medic role and 10% defense for tank role teammates. Here comes the fun, frustrating part. 3 random control role enemies get days for 2 turns at the start of each wave. And they wonder why people bitch about this game. Bruh, they wonder why. The first part, don't have any problems with. It's all good, right? When you get to 3 random control role, when you get to the 3 random control role enemies get days for 2 turns at the start of each wave. So let's see. That's going to soft counter Eva and Ghost, which I hate that. And I believe it's going to soft counter Danny, the alert Danny. I'm going to try to avoid this leader like the plague with rats, as I'm going to try to avoid Regina defensive teams like the Plague with rats and tapeworms, like Arthur Morgan says to Uncle in Red Dead Redemption 2. But anyway, this is not about that game. That's just a little line. I didn't give away no spoilers. Like, don't worry. That's just a little line pretty early on, I would say. But anyway, that's not important. Man, Eva and Ghost is going to be out of commission for 2 turns if I come up against this team. That's going to... People wonder... They wonder why people complain. Scopely always gives them a reason to complain. And it ain't going to stop till they get better, but they're not going to straighten up. But anyway, let's see if she's got a weapon. Okay, she doesn't have a weapon, so... I mean, whatever. Regina wasn't ever in the show, although they gender swapped the leader and the partner in the show. Instead of Regina, I think we had Reggie, and then we had Deanna in the show as the leader instead of Regina, so there you go. I don't really think nothing much of her look. I mean, she's going to be a really good and really frustrating defensive leader. That's for sure. Okay, let's get on to the rest of the items. Okay, first up, we have Regina's guarding short revolver. 40% HP, 40% defense. Camouflage team. At the start of each wave and turn, 3 random teammates get camouflage for 2 turns. Improved alert defenses. At the start of each turn, all other teammates get 20% defense for each alert teammate on the team for 1 turn. Okay, so obviously the best fit for this weapon would... Regina could work with this weapon really well, and I don't think it would hurt her. You know what I mean? So, the 40% HP and 40% defense, that's really nice. Camouflage team. So, at the start of each wave and each turn, 3 random teammates will get camouflage for 2 turns. And that happens for each turn, so that's even better. So, yeah, you could definitely take advantage of that and make it a lot harder for the attack team to take that team down. So, that's going to be really good. Plus, improved alert defenses at the start of each turn. All other teammates will get 20% defense for each alert teammate on the team for 1 turn. Now, I wonder if that's only 1 turn only. That might be continuous, like the attack buff on the 4th slot. I'm almost certain that it's going to be continuous, even though it says only for 1 turn. So, if you can get Regina's guarding short revolver, and if you can get Regina, hey, they could work like peanut butter and jelly, honestly. And you can get Regina's short revolver for only 2,000 sombreros. Now, for you Avatar lovers, we have Mother's Love Avatar Mother's Day 2024. Now, obviously, this is a nod to the comics because, spoiler alert, Andrea didn't make it that far to be Rick's lover, right? Which, in my opinion, in the show, they probably made the right call making Michonne Rick's lover. Just because, well, I don't know, for whatever reason they decided to kill off Andrea in the show. Maybe the actress in real life just didn't want to do it no more. I don't really know, but I think it ended up working out for the best anyway. But it would have been kind of interesting to see if Andrea would have survived season 3. Could she, and would she have improved? Maybe. That's a big maybe, but we'll never find the answer out for sure. But obviously in the comics, she makes it like really far. but then she eventually dies in the comic. And I gotta say, that's not a bad avatar, and you can have that avatar for 400 sombreros. So let's go ahead and look at the Paragon mods. First up, we have Attack versus Fast Paragon. Sure, why not? That's not a bad one to have at all. You could definitely put that on someone that is really tough to take down, that, you know, happens to be yellow, and you want that extra boost to be able to do more damage to fast tunes. That's going to be really good. Hey, why not have, you know, if it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But, you know, it depends on who you're going to put that on. So, you can get that mod for 500 sombreros. Now, let's take a look at the next one. Confuse Resist Paragon mod. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Absolutely, because you have those Axel Deagle pistols out there that have the Confuse on crit. And then there's Rick's Hatchet that has Confuse on crit as well. That's a fast weapon. So, you know, depending on how high, let's see, it's, you know, the point is, it's a Paragon mod, so most of the time it should work, and you can also get that one for 500 sombreros. So let's take a look at the next one. Attack while impaired Paragon mod. I mean, I don't know. I think this one, so far, I think this one is the worst one. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I think the other two are a little bit better so far. But if you want to go ahead and get it, it can be yours for 500 sombreros. Man, I've never said sombreros so much in one video until today. So, let's take a look at the last Paragon mod. Here we go. Absolutely. This is the best one. Without a doubt. Attack Paragon mod? Absolutely. Nothing wrong with having multiple Attack Paragon mods. Absolutely. And you can have this one for 500 sombreros. I'm shocked it's not more than that. So I think the Attack Paragon mod is the best one. I think the Confuse Resist is probably the second best one. And then I probably would go with Attack versus Fast. And then this one's going to be last place, but it's still not terrible though. So that you could have all four of them for 2,000 sombreros if you really need mods. So let's go ahead and look at the next thing. We have some TWD gold medals, and you can get 25 of them for 35 sombreros. Not a bad thing to have at all, honestly, so why not, right? If you can. Next up, we have gear metal bags, and honestly, I probably would recommend going. I would recommend going for these because, like, the gold gear medals are definitely very hard to come by. I just gotta stop one moment. I gotta take a sip of this water. Okay, now that I've done that, now let's continue. I would recommend going for the gear metal bag only because, you know, the gold gear medals are very hard to come by, and sure, the lowest is 25, but getting 25, the only positive about that is getting 25 is better than getting 0 gold gear medals. But if you can hit somewhere in between the middle, that would be a good point, right? I've gotten 1,000 out of one of these before. It's definitely possible. It is like the lowest odds possible. It's definitely possible for sure. I've gotten it once, so yeah, I would recommend. And you can get 8 of the gear metal bags for 150 sombreros. And you also got some blow torches, which you can get 5 of them for 250 sombreros. And we have some choice boxes. This is going to be the ranged weapon parts, I believe, which you can't go wrong with them, especially if you really need them. If you're like really low on them, you can get 10 of those boxes for 20 of the sombreros, which that's not bad. And I believe this is going to be the 5-star melee weapon parts. Yes. Again, if you're low on them, I'm a little low on one of the parts. I can't remember what it is, but I have boxes for that, so I'm good. But yeah, I've been doing some crafting recently, so which I can display that in another video. I got some videos planned with, like, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 Lone Wolves teams. I don't know how soon they will be, but that's something I kind of want to, like, that's something I want to do for fun. Like, I might do some raids. And I might have 1 or 2 different Lone Wolves teams, which, well, I mean, they're mostly going to be the same, but they're going to be a little different. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time. But yeah, if you really need the melee weapon parts, you can get 10 of them for 20 sombreros. Now we have weapon parts, which, again, if you're getting low on spray paint, polishing kit, super glue, or duct tape, not a bad idea to pick up 10 of them for 20 sombreros a piece. Okay. Whew, I said a mouthful today. Despite my throat just bothering me. Okay. So... Uh-oh. Okay, guys. I'm not sure why it happened, but I had to stop it briefly because my internet got cut out. But it was only for like 10-20 seconds tops. But unfortunately, it had to happen while I was recording. But anyway, we're back. I'm back, and I'm about to end it anyway. So this is just going to be an extension to what I was recording before my internet went out. I don't know. That type of thing happens. But anyway, we're back. And okay, so we went over every one of the items. So here we go. What are your thoughts on Regina's guarding short revolver? Are you planning on getting it, or are you planning on passing on it? And the same thing for Gold Mythic Regina. Are you planning on getting the only copy in this event and just have to pay for the rest of the copies? Or are you just going to pass on her entirely? Feel free to let me know. And also, Gold Mythic Cesar Martinez, he is an absolutely mixed aspect. He is a mixed bag. He's got both good, both okay, and both, like, it could have been better, but it is what it is. And are you going to be aiming to get Gold Mythic Cesar Martinez? Feel free to let me know. And so here are some of the submissions, right? Wait a minute. Where is it at? Yeah, so here you go. You get the, this is what I was saying by you have to level up all of the mythic abilities anyway. You might as well go ahead and do it if you can during the event, because it's a requirement, plus you will get machetes. And then let's see, what do we have here? No, that's not what I was looking for. I'm not going to be much longer, y'all. I know, this is a lengthy one. So we have some Allegiance to Arms missions. So we have to win 100 raids as a faction. Let's see, we have to win 1,000 Survival road stages as a faction. Man, 10? I think it's only me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm the only one that's done that so far, which is, I can understand that. Plus, we have to use faction assault energy. We have to do that 40 times. But the great thing about that is you do not have to win. If you do not want to sit there and participate, you can just enter, exit 8 times every day. That will count. Because that's exactly what I did to see if that was going to count. And so I'm not too upset about that because I don't like faction assault. I don't do it unless I absolutely have to. But if I do not have to do it, I will not do it. So, I don't think I have anything else to say. So I think that's going to do it for this lengthy video. What are your thoughts on Gold Mythic Cesar Martinez, Gold Mythic Regina, and Regina's short revolver? Are you planning on getting any of those 3? Are you planning on skipping all 3? Or are you planning on trying to get all 3? Let me know. And what are your thoughts on the Rise of the Survivors event and everything in the gray market? Whatever your thoughts are on the 2 characters, the weapon, and the event itself, please feel free to let me know down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buckbeak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.